Lots of people die in Friday the 13th, but some people actually survive. Today I'm going to cover 10 of the best survivors from the movies. Welcome back to Finale, let's get into the video. Number 10, Vera Sanchez. Vera had the makings of a final girl within her. In one of the few attempts at characterization in Friday the 13th Part 3, Vera is one of the popular girls, but she's not in a snotty clique. She's actually one of the few girls who treats the prankster Shelly as a decent human being and with more kindness than not. In a genuinely heartfelt scene, Vera attempts to convince Shelly he's not a loser, especially to her. That's why Vera dying at the hands of Jason is a bit of a shock, because one would expect a character as nice as Vera to live.
Doing? Hey, now cut that out right now, that's not funny!
Number 9, Alice Hardy. The first characters in the franchise to get the honorary title of a final girl in the original Friday the 13th. Normally, this would earn a character a higher spot, but Alice is not that memorable. For the first 2/3, she hardly has anything to do with the story. It's not until the climax, when she's on her own having to fight Pamela Voorhees, does she start to shine. She gets stronger and she even gets to kill off the villain in the iconic decapitation. As a bonus, Alice did return to Part 2, only to be Jason Voorhees' first ever kill in the series. Number 8, Julius Gaw. This character gets credit for providing the most memorable scene in Jason Takes Manhattan. Julius gets trapped on a rooftop with Jason Voorhees. Rather than scream or let himself get taken out by Jason, he fights him. For over 2 minutes, Julius Gaw sends punch after punch into Jason and even makes Jason stumble. However, Julius ends up beating his own knuckles until they bleed and he's exhausted. He lets Jason give his best shot, and with one punch, Jason sends Julius' head flying off. Number 7, Guinea Field. Much like how Jason was better than his mother, Guinea took the final role quite well. Guinea Field shows more of a personality along with some intelligence. She's a student of child psychology, which allowed her to go into the head of Jason and defeat him in the climax. Even beforehand, Guinea is a very likable character throughout Part 2, and her relationship with her boyfriend Paul feels believable. Number 6, Clay Miller. Obviously, Clay stands out a bit more as he is played by Supernatural star Jared Padalecki. Clay is also one of the few hero characters who come out to Crystal Lake to fight Jason. When his sister Whitney disappeared, Clay comes to Crystal Lake to find her and ends up having to fight for his and his sister's survival. Many compare this character to Rob from Part 4, the final chapter, except Clay doesn't just get killed off instantly. He's a smart character who helps guide the other less intelligent characters.
I just wanted to ask you. Hush! I wanted to ask you, if maybe you...
Number 5, Whitney Miller. The sister of Clay, Whitney is a perfect culmination of previous final girls in the series. She has the innocence and charm of Alice and Jenny. She uses the child psychology to trick on Jason, and she has the fighting spirit of Trish from Part 4. Whitney and Clay's relationship helps make the 2009 Friday the 13th reboot feel stronger. The audience cares about the two and their struggles against the brutal Derek Mears version of Jason Voorhees. Number 4, Trish Jarvis. For most fans, Friday the 13th Part 4, the final chapter, features the strongest characters. Why? The final chapter was meant to be the big finale of the series before it finally became a cash cow, so it featured more personal leading cast members with the Jarvis family. The bond Trish and Tommy have is genuinely sweet. It makes Trish more than the typical teenager sister who can't wait to get away from him. In the climax, Trish goes through the worst terrors trying to keep her brother alive. Number 3, Stephen Freeman. Jason Goes to Hell is often labeled as one of, if not the worst Friday the 13th film. However, it does have its qualities. Some of the most brutal kills in the series, and a surprisingly likable main character, Stephen Freeman, looks like a typical nerdy character, but Stephen ends up showing more courage than most characters would. He fights Jason, protects those he loves, a nice guy, and always gets back up during the fight. Number 2, Tina Shepard. As ridiculous as the pitch of Jason vs. Carrie sounds, it actually ended up resulting in one of the best characters of the franchise. Tina Shepard is a character with psychic abilities she accidentally uses to resurrect her father from the bottom of Crystal Lake. Instead, she brings Jason back from the dead once more. From the start, it's easy to feel sympathy for Tina since she has an outcast and hates herself for her father's death. The character provides more depth than a movie plagued by cliche characters. Number 1, Tommy Jarvis. Easily the most iconic character of the series, besides Jason himself, Tommy Jarvis. Tommy was so beloved he appeared in his own trilogy of movies and is playable in Friday the 13th, the game. In the final chapter, he is played by young actor Corey Feldman. John Shepard would then fill the role well in A New Beginning. However, one actor most people tend to remember just as much as Feldman was Tom Matthews in Part 6, Jason Lives. Matthew brings a lot of wit to the character as well as a charm to make him a strong lead. Plus, his hatred for Jason feels like a true continuation from A New Beginning. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.